to Sleep Stories with the Slumbering Seagull. These videos were made to help you sleep. So wherever you are, underneath the sun or underneath the stars, get relaxed and comfortable and let yourself drift away. Slumbering Seagull presents a new story series called Seasons. Seasons will be a series of different love stories, wholesome and uplifting for the heart. Sunset strolls by the shore. Opal, she's a darling young lady. How is she doing? I see her once in a while at the home improvement store, said Roger. She seems to be doing well, Grandpa, said Clayton. Roger grinned, giving Clayton a playful nudge. Last I heard, she's not seeing anyone. Clayton blushed. Grandpa, come on. We didn't discuss our love lives. His mother chimed in, eyes twinkling. Oh, how cute. If your grandfather approves, she must be wonderful. Well, don't keep an old man waiting, his grandfather chuckled. I'm ready and willing to spoil some great-grandchildren. The room filled with laughter, then fell silent as all eyes turned to Clayton expectantly. Clayton shook his head, smiling despite himself. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? We've only just met. The next day, Clayton texted Opal, saying hello and asking how her day was going. It's going great, actually. I have a short day at the internship today. Would you be available to come by and see the garden I've been working on? Clayton checked his workload and saw he didn't have much on his plate for the day. Most of his heavy work was done earlier in the week. Yes, I'll be free. Let's say about 2:30 p.m. They agreed on the time and everything was set. As Clayton approached the charming house, he spotted Opal kneeling in the front yard. Her hands buried in the rich soil, she looked up, a warm smile spreading across her face as she stood and brushed off her hands. Clayton, you made it, Opal called out, walking towards him. I'm so glad you could come. Wouldn't miss it for the world, Clayton replied, his eyes taking in the colorful array of flowers and neat rows of vegetables. This garden is incredible, Opal. Well, this is just the front yard. Wait till you see the backyard, Opal replied. Just then, a man emerged from the house, wiping his hands on a kitchen towel. You must be Clayton, he said, with a friendly smile. I'm Robert, Opal's dad. Nice to meet you. Clayton shook his hand. It's great to meet you too, sir. Robert chuckled. Opal told me you'd be coming by. Me and your grandfather used to take the kids to youth camp when I was going to his church back in the day. He's a great man, the kind of guy that would lend you the shirt right off his back if you needed it. Me and Opal go to a different church now in Restville. Oh, you should check out the Delights of the Sea restaurant sometime while you're here, Clayton. I can get you a big discount since I'm the manager. If you like seafood, that is. To me, nothing beats fresh seafood straight from our local waters. Yeah, that sounds great, actually. I like seafood. Awesome. We've got sushi too, if you're into that. That's good. Yeah, I enjoy sushi as well. After some pleasant small talk, Robert excused himself to finish preparing dinner for that night and the days ahead, leaving Opal to give Clayton the grand tour. As they strolled through the garden, Opal pointed out various plants, her passion evident in every word. Clayton found himself captivated, not by the information, but by the way her eyes lit up as she spoke. And here's where I'm experimenting with companion planting, Opal explained, gesturing to a section where tomatoes and basil grew side by side. It's a natural way to deter pests and improve growth. Clayton leaned in closer, genuinely interested in examining the plants. It's fascinating, he murmured, his arms brushing against hers. Their eyes met, and for a moment, the garden faded away. Clearing her throat, Opal moved on to a patch of vibrant flowers. These marigolds aren't just pretty, she said, plucking one and tickling Clayton's nose with it with a playful smile. They also help repel harmful insects. Clayton laughed, taking the flower gently and placing it in Opal's hair. Absolutely beautiful. Opal's eyes widened. She swallowed hard. Her heart raced. Marigolds are really beautiful. She broke their gaze and looked back at the garden, trying not to get too lost in the moment. I mean you, Opal, Clayton said softly, retreating back a little, worried he had made Opal uncomfortable, but yet wanting to be clear about how he felt towards her. She grinned from ear to ear. Maybe you'd like to come back for another lesson sometime? She darted her eyes awkwardly, awaiting his response. I'd like that very much, Clayton said, easily getting lost in her gaze. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the garden, they found themselves reluctant to end the tour. The plants had provided more than just a lesson in gardening. They had cultivated the beginnings of something beautiful between Opal and Clayton. They made plans to hang out on the beach that Friday.